What is going on, you guys, and welcome back to another video. If you're new here, my name is Brandon. As always, we do have our Investing Academy as that first link down below if you are looking for courses and training in the stock market in Canada. But today I want to share with you guys a very quick update on two stocks that I have just been buying throughout the week. I'll just get straight into it. The two stocks are Brookfield Asset Management. This was my Canadian selection, essentially just taking advantage of this slight drop that we have. We have started to bounce off lows. This is one of my largest positions, as we'll see in a second. I own it in multiple accounts. Today I was working in my RSP, but as well, I went for a pick that you guys are probably not familiar with. This has been an absolute sleeper pick, an absolute gem for me. It is the company Anta Sports, trading for $400 USD. It is traded as an ADR. It does trade over the counter. But yeah, today I was working in my TD Direct investing account. As we can see, Anta Sports right here, I only picked up an additional 2 shares, but despite the massive drop, this stock is up for me over 70%. This is a stock that I would absolutely classify as a sleeper pick. Here in my RSP, the only 2 Chinese stocks that I do own are Tencent and Anta. Reason being why I added to Anta, we're going to talk about in a second, is I do think that we are able to take advantage of a depressed share price due to all of the, pessimistic and very reasonable issues that are going on in China. But because this is technically not a tech company, it's a clothing company, I feel that they can kind of sidestep the main drama that's going on over there. The other stock that I added, like I said, was in this account here. This was in my Canadian dollar account. It was Brookfield Asset Management, bringing it to one of the larger positions in my portfolio. It does make up a pretty significant weighting here. Again, this is just looking at my Canadian holdings, so I wouldn't, put too much weight on the actual weighting. That said, nevertheless, these were the 2 stocks I added. We're not going to get into Brookfield Asset Management because again, I've done so many videos on them. I think they're just a quality stock to add on dips as time goes on. But if you're not familiar with the company Anta, this is well, I'll actually start with this. I did a video over 3 years ago when I first started buying Anta back in 2018. I was just looking back at the comments. This was back when I hit 5,000 subscribers. So a long time ago. But title of this video, why I'm buying this unknown Chinese stock. I think it gets underloved, underappreciated. I kind of liken it to the Nike in China. Much smaller company, but this is the largest clothing manufacturer, the clothing brand over in China. If you're not familiar with what they do, well, Anta is a brand in and of itself, but they do as well operate under the brand Fila. They have big partnerships with some of the big NBA players, Klay Thompson being one of my favorite players out there. They had a very stellar report. This is an interim report, but Anta's revenue is growing. Fila's revenue is growing. This hasn't changed over the past number of years, hence why the stock has done so well. As you can see, the business breaks up primarily between the 2 brands. We have 50%-ish of the revenue, 46% of revenue coming from Anta, Fila as well, making up the other portion. They do have some other smaller brands. Nevertheless, when we look at the revenue metrics here, they are growing very well. I'll toggle over here just to show you kind of, I guess, a top-down look. Basically, going back over the past decade, this company is absolutely what I would consider a growth stock. Again, I liken them to a Nike over in China, but because they're so undercovered and underloved, I think we're actually getting a better value with a lot more room to grow. One thing that I very much like about the company Anta is that they do maintain very strong margins, up at about 58% on the operating level, about 25% on the 58% on gross margins, 25% on operating level. Not sure if you can hear the baby crying in the background, but she is. One of the things that the company really strives on is maintaining these high margins, and they've done such a good job of doing so. In fact, bumping these up over the previous year. If we do want to look at a couple technicals, nothing really jumping out to me other than the fact that hopefully we have started to see a bottom here. We are trading above the simple moving average, and this could indicate to me that we have possibly turned a corner. If the market does pick up, I wouldn't be surprised if we saw a bounce off here. You guys may not be used to looking at it like this. So again, just looking at it on this chart, we saw a nearly 40% decline. In fact, beyond 40%, similar to what we've seen in the Alibabas, the Tencents. Actually, this has been significantly less than those technology stocks, which have absolutely been hammered. But bouncing off lows, we are starting to see a little bit of a rally. And in my opinion, we are paying a very fair price for this company, again, with it kind of being sidestepped. It's kind of being sidestepped from all the internet drama that's going on. Nevertheless, I believe that it's a great way to play this space if you're looking for a retail company, a clothing company, pretty much across all metrics that I look for. Sorry, there's our email going out to our students, which we send out basically every time we place trades. I'm just going to cancel that there. But I'm sharing this one with you guys because, again, I'm just trying to get the content out where I can. Revenue metrics, these are obviously US dollars, but $6.7 billion net income. It is a much smaller company, just FYI, when comparing to Nike, but gross profit margin is something I love to see, has just ticked up year after year after year. In general, guys, I just wanted to share with you a couple stocks that I've been buying in my accounts. This one's our more boring Canadian one. This one is our more exciting Chinese stock. I will actually do a video, as many requested, on what my thoughts are on Alibaba, what's my thoughts are on Tencent. Just to be very clear with you guys, Tencent is one that it's hard to say. I'm actually flat on this position. So despite the big drop, I'm flat on this because I've owned Tencent for oh so long. They've done so well. I've taken profits over the few years that I've held the company. Now we're basically trading flat. And as you can see, it is still one of my larger positions. I still stand behind this being one of the best times to look in and buy these stocks if you have a long-term time frame. I don't own Alibaba in this portfolio. I do personally prefer Tencent over Alibaba, just FYI if we were looking. Nevertheless, I've got the exposure that I want to these two companies across my accounts. I'm probably not going to be adding to them all too much, unfortunately. As much as I'd love to go in and buy more of Tencent at this price, I don't want to be too overweight, given the fact that I already own Anta supports, given the fact that I already own BABA and Tencent. Nevertheless, as much as everybody asks me what's my thoughts about the BABA position, Tencent is the one that I would actually be keeping my eye on. Nevertheless, I still think they both have a very promising outlook despite the share performance as of recent. But hey guys, I think that will wrap it up for today's video. Just another quick one, short one, giving you guys two stock ideas. Always be sure to do your own research. Always be sure to do your own due diligence, because just because these stocks work for me absolutely does not mean that it's going to be a good stock for you. I'm curious, what stocks have you guys been buying during the market volatility? Are you holding off? Are you buying? Do let us know down in the comment section below. If you enjoyed this video, do not hesitate to leave a big thumbs up on the channel, on the video, subscribe to the channel, and as always, we do have our academy down below. So whether you're a beginner, like you've never invested before, you need help with the basics, whether you're more intermediate, or whether you need help planning for retirement, getting a financial plan in place, we work with people all across the country, all shapes and sizes, all different ages. We have a fun community where we can chit chat, bounce back ideas. We do live sessions every 2 weeks where you can tune in, join in the conversation, come on camera and chat with us. But hey, that's our Investing Academy, as that first link down in the description below. As always, I thank you guys for watching. I hope you enjoyed, and I'll see you in the next video.